Nation, the Cowboys re-up. They went out there and re-signed C.J. Goodwin for another year or so. So he's coming back. That's what we do. We kind of look at our team and we try to evaluate everything and we re-up. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. Everybody knows that I'm a big fan of continuity. Now, I want the Cowboys to still do their evaluation for the nation and still go out there and really look at some of these guys that's out there as it relates to free agency, as it relates to the draft. They got to do that. Also, the Emmanuel Sanders, the deal is kind of cooking in the grease. I believe it comes down to the money. Like I said earlier, it just comes down. It comes down to the money. The big wallet always extend everything. I think that we still got $23 to $24 million to play with. And we got some guys that's out there on the market that's old. We got some older guys out there that we can probably lean at and look at and say, okay, can we roll the dice on this guy? Let me know. Do you guys like the Everson Griffin? I believe that's his name. He put it out there to the universe. Hey, Cowboys, come get me. Come get me. I think that by it being the linebackers coach who used to be the head defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings, I think that he should get a little pull. And on top of that, if he's wise, I'm talking about Griffin, if he's wise, he should lean on the fact to put on that silver and blue and think beyond his playing time and think beyond his money or what have you. Emmanuel Sanders too, because once you put on this silver and blue, once you do that, baby, I'm telling you, you will find ways to make more money after your career is gone. That's the real deal Holyfield right there. Also, we have to talk a little bit about the people that's being released. You know, although Todd Gurley been released and now picked up for the, I believe he going to the Falcons. Y'all help me out. Let me know if that's the real deal. Don't have time to go look over everything. But let me feel a certain kind of way with Ezekiel Elliott. We do know that running back lives are short in the NFL. Not for long, especially if you are a running back. So if you're young out there and you want to play that football action, you might want to shy away from being a running back, dare I say. It brings a little caution as it relates to Ezekiel Elliott. And if I'm Ezekiel Elliott, I won't try to prove anything to the world. I will try to figure out how we can have that 1-2 combination pick with the Ezekiel Elliott and the Tony Pollard. They need to have that 1-2 combination out there and let these two guys push that thing out and be a tandem. Now, I think Brandon Cooks was just released. That's something that we have to really look at. Do you really want to pay the money? I'm not even going to look up how much money he want, but I want to know, do you guys want to entertain that? Because he's interchangeable. He can play on the outside, inside. He's a dangerous guy, although he's been injured or what have you. Do you want to entertain that, or you want to leave some of these retreads alone and just re-up with what we got and pay attention to this draft? Because the draft, trust me, this particular draft got a lot of resources as it relates to wide receiver play. They got a lot of resources out there. So it is what it is. Oh, I got to talk about this. A lot of people are not happy with the Clinton Dix. Let me say this. We understand that if you ever played safety position before, if you ever played the free safety or the strong, what have you, your duties and your responsibilities are simple, just like I said in the film breakdown. Simple, especially at the free safety. Don't let anybody on the opposing team get behind you. Now, he's not the best tackler of the world, right? Clinton Dix. He's not the greatest tackler. But I look at it like this. If you have anybody, especially a running back or anybody catching the ball that's consistently getting behind you, that's more so to do with your collective front body opposed to your individual talent. Because 9 times out of 10, as the free safety in this particular defense, you're going to be sitting back, way back. You should be able to see. And on top of that, your contemporaries, the front 4 or the front 3, the linebackers and the cornerbacks. And maybe sometimes the strong safety supposed to be underneath anyway. So if it's up to him to come down and crack, come on now. Clinton Dix, his responsibility, he's going to be on the cutback side. So there will be it should be a cornerback underneath, and he just makes sure that cutback is not there. He's not going to play on the force. That's the strong side. That's strong safety. That's what you got the strong safety for. And I will say this, dare I say, Xavier Woods have some of the same similar issues. Xavier Woods can lay the thunder, lay the boom when you're not looking. But when it's time for that business action, all you got to do is look up the LA Ram tape when we played in the playoff. He wasn't about tackling C.J. Anderson. And I'm not even mad at Xavier Woods. I'm not. So I don't want to see Xavier Woods inside the box. I know people say, yeah, put Xavier Woods in the box. No. His rookie year, he played inside the slot. 2 different type of situations and grooves. 2 different type of responsibilities and adjustments and things like that. But I digress. The Cowboys better stop playing around. If you want a strong safety, you go get a strong safety. Stop turning these free safeties into strong safeties. I said that before. Jeff Heath is not a strong safety. He can play it. That's why he let Jared Goff get that corner when he was playing for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, he can be whatever he want to be over there in Raiders land, wherever he's going to. But I want people to understand that in the free safety role, keep everything in front of you. Don't let nothing get behind you. The kids out there to this day, if you're playing the free safety role, if you're playing that in your middle school, high school, college, if you don't hear nothing else from law, just don't let nobody else tell you otherwise and differently. Don't let nobody get behind you. You'll be okay. You will make it far. And jump on everything that's in front of you. Because you are the last line of defense. You got your boys in front of you. You got everything in front of you. 9 times out of 10, if it gets to you and you got to make that move, somebody else that messed up, sloppy played or messed up or did something wrong. So you got to think wise. Use your cranium. Use your brain. Don't let nobody get behind you. Keep everything in front of you. Tackle. Wrap up. Don't look for the boom. See your target, hit target. Don't close your eyes and tackle. It's just the fundamentals of football. It's very simple, but yet complex. And 9 times out of 10, when you get caught in a weird situation, it's because you're overthinking and you're trying to outthink yourself. Keep everything in front of you. Clinton Dix. Keep everything in front of you. Don't worry about what people saying. Hey, you can't tackle. Give me that turnover. Give me that takeaway. Trust your vision. Trust your eyes. Trust them. Pick 6, baby. Take the ball away. That's what we want. Time out for playing it close and safe to our vest. That's what that front 4 is supposed to do. That's what the linebacker is supposed to do. You jump that ball. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing, and I mean nothing but the best. Let's go.